Hello and welcome to the Lost in Reach Season 2 audio commentary. I am Andrew Bluette. I am the director, lead writer, and all-around showrunner. Season 2, actually, I remember there wasn't going to be a Season 2 originally. Hold on, let me turn this down. I'm listening to this in headphones, so that it doesn't show up, or doesn't come up in the recording, hopefully. Originally, there wasn't going to be a Season 2. Season 1 was a little sort of mini-series that was originally designed to... I have to actually turn this down because I'm actually getting invested and I'm trying to watch. Season 1 originally was a mini-series to show people the new stuff that was coming in Halo Reach, whereas Season 2, like I said, wasn't going to be a thing, but I, not long after I started working on Recovery, which was after Season 1 had wrapped up, I met Frank and Cody, and I had already known Nick because he was in Season 1, obviously. I showed it primarily to Frank, and he watched all 4 episodes rather quickly, which wasn't difficult considering that it was only about 20 minutes long, Season 1. And he liked it, and while I was doing Recovery, we were sort of tossing around the idea of doing a Season 2. But I was doing Recovery at the time, and I didn't really think Lost in Reach could do a Season 2, but then I just started throwing around concepts in my head, and I started writing stuff for Season 2, which is a huge departure from Season 1, because Season 1 had no scripts. So, in keeping with that tradition, what I did for Season 2 in terms of writing initially was I would just write down scenarios and the characters in those scenarios where they were at and where the conversation should go, and I would try to get everyone in and record it all on the Rock Band mic simultaneously, so it'd be a sort of a natural conversation. But then I realized that Season 2, the way it was written at that point, it wasn't being a comedy, it was being too dramatic. So I rewrote Season 2 and actually had a script, and this is the result.
Aren't you going to shoot them?
No, Emma.
Let me get this straight.
Unfortunately, with Season 2, I still didn't know too much about composition and such. You know, these shots are terrible. I should be, either I should or Frank should be on the right side of the frame during that short exchange. I still love that exchange, though, about not carrying any bullets in that sniper. Initially, this commentary was going to be recorded with Frank, because when doing the Season 1 commentary with Nick, or was it the Recovery commentary with Jesse, one of the two, I said that I would like to do a Season 2 commentary with Frank. Unfortunately, at this moment in time, Frank has moved to Massachusetts for reasons I don't really feel comfortable disclosing. It's nothing bad, I assure you. But basically, to do the audio commentary with him, first off, he only has a headset and whatever mic is built into his laptop. Neither of which are particularly high quality, but he did do his lines for episode 16 of Lost in Reach, which is part of Season 3, with his headset, and that was very minuscule, and that worked rather well. So it's just a matter of right now, like, his Skype is been set to Do Not Disturb for a while, so I quite honestly don't want to really disturb him. I honestly thought something bad had happened. And, you know, this is a bad way to actually come out and say it, because I know he's going to be watching this before I actually... Actually, I don't know when I'm going to put this out. It's probably going to be a while after this, probably a few weeks or so. I'm just recording this because I need to feel productive, because this is December 31st, 2014, and I'm still trying to get used to saying 2013 on stuff. So, that's a bitch. But, right now I'm in the middle of doing episode 18, which I'll have out by the time this gets out. It's called Frank and Jesse's Excellent Adventure. But I forgot where I was going. Oh yeah, this is the song Reach by Gravity Pool. And yes, I did put it in because the name of the song is Reach, but also because I do like the song and it did fit with where it originally was in episode 1 back in Season 1. But
no trolls have gotten here yet.
The origin of the song, the band is Gravity Pool. I think they changed their name to ION. Generally, they're one of those bands you don't really find. You just sort of listen to them once in something that no one really cares about.
The hell?
In this case, the first Broly movie, the 8th Dragon Ball Z movie, the Funimation dub, which I love to death. I think it's still my favorite Dragon Ball Z movie. Even I think Battle of Gods is probably my second favorite or third. But yeah, there was a lot of music from that movie that I did, or at least a decent chunk that I brought into Lost in Reach, including Reach by Gravity Pool. And earlier in episode 5, which is just wrapping up here, it was Boys Lie Girls Steal, which I hope to bring back for episode 21.
The worst thing to happen this season.
But unlike Season 1's audio commentary, I did edit this together to be more of a movie format, cutting out the credits in the after each episode. Unfortunately, I can't cut out the titles because I don't have the original project files or the original raw footage. That's all been lost. That was lost a long time ago.
I know this place like the back of my hand. Ow.
I still like
Andrew,
that
are you
joke.
okay? Yeah, I landed on the palms of my hands. Oh, that's new.
I still really like that joke. Episode 5, going back to that, even though this is episode 6, I'll get to episode 6 in a moment. Episode 5, I still really do like. I think it's not that bad overall. I think it was written decently, and actually, it was released. It was no, not released. It was finished ahead of schedule, which is actually the first time I believe that's happened with Lost in Reach, which now going into 2015, I'm hoping to have a schedule of releases for episodes, but that's going to be complicated by several things, which I'll get to later. This song is Racer X by Slow Roosevelt. One of the things I was trying to do with Season 2 rather, I'm sorry. I'm still sort of in Season 3 mode. One of the things I wanted to do with Season 2 originally was have a different song each episode from Slow Roosevelt's album Weightless. I had Boys Lie Girls Steal for episode 5, episode 6, but Racer X was just on. But I dropped that pretty quickly. Episode 6 for a while was the most recent episode out. It was up for a month before 6.5, which is about to come up. And it's the shortest episode of Lost in Reach as well. It's only about 2 minutes long. Which is, I have no idea why I decided to write it so short. The idea for 6.5, 7.5, and 8.5 came from trying to experiment with Halo Combat Evolved and Halo 2, and also to give Jesse some stuff to do. And I brought in our friend Connor, who became much more important later. Unfortunately, I did it all because Halo 1 and 2, you have to do your body acting in real time and record it in real time, and I didn't have anyone else to help me in like System Link or something, so I had to do it in split screen. What you're looking at here is the view from the player on the top of the split screen, and yeah, I didn't frame it very well. And I had to crop it too, because, well, obvious reasons. Overall, it's not a very good attempt. And just as well, all of these episodes were captured in 480i, and I tried to render them out, in 720p, because I didn't understand how that shit worked. It doesn't look too bad, though, in my honest opinion. So...
You bastard.
Good time.
This is also when I started doing stuff in 16:9 rather than like 1.855 by 1, I think it is. Basically, there's a preset in Sony Vegas that's called Academy Aspect Ratio, and it's not Academy. It's not Academy at all. It's just minor, very, very minor letterboxing. But Season 2, unfortunately, was it dated itself because I tried to put internet memes in it to force comedy, and unfortunately that was a fucking terrible move. And that pedo bear with hide your kids, hide your wife, that's an example of that.
Oh, how nice of you to notice us. I'm Andrew, this is Frank, and that's Nick.
Dude, they're trolls. Don't give them our names.
Oh yeah, this guy. This guy that's about to be shown, the badass alpha troll. He was originally gonna, after he died. Actually, the plot of Season 2 was, trolls taking over Reach, because there were a decent amount of bad players in Reach. Not bad as in unskilled, but bad as in they were very cheap. I actually do like how I framed the shots for Frank, Nick, and myself in that, in this scene. Or at least until the badass Alpha Troll dies. It's been a while since I've watched these episodes, by the way. I don't look back on them very fondly, except episode 5. And I actually talked with Frank about this season relatively recently, and he agrees that season 2 did suck in almost every way possible. But he does like season 3. He likes where it's going, and I do too. And look, it's Joel.
Oh, cool. Thanks, man.
Yeah, you totally saved it, right?
Just, now they realize that, he's been gone for a while. I know what happens in each episode, but I don't really remember exactly how everything flows at times. It's been so long.
Maybe.
When I went to investigate what brought us
It wasn't exactly very well made this season. Like, the head bobbing is way too much. There aren't really many pauses in dialogue. It's part of the learning process.
I met a guy with a simple dream. A dream of supplying innocent people with weapons of mass destruction.
That little thing was dropped. Joel, unfortunately, as of last year, or this year rather, 2014, he is no longer with us. Not that he died or anything, it's just he became more and more distant from people. And he wouldn't really talk to anyone. And for some reason, no one knows why, he moved to Clearwater. I haven't heard from him since, and so he hasn't tried to make any contact with any of us, or at least me. So I cut him out of my life, which is actually no, this isn't going to be out after episode 19 of Lost in Reach, unless I make it. But I'm not going to say anything just in case. But I have to talk about something with Joel, but that's better to talk about in Season 3's audio commentary, which may come out in 2016. The plan is to get Season 3 wrapped up by the end of 2015.
Didn't they cut this from Xbox Live?
Yeah, that was a cheap joke. Yeah, Season 2 was trying to be much more comedic. Unfortunately, a lot of the jokes were dated or just fell completely flat. But fuck, I forgot to talk about episode 6 a little bit. Episode 6 was up for about a month without anything succeeding it because Connor was taking forever to do his lines. I finally had to just force him to do his lines, and they came out okay. It's been so long since I've done these. It's Season 3, or Season 2, I keep saying Season 3. Season 2 started, the first episode was intended to be uploaded May 1st, 2011, which was 9 days before the first anniversary of Lost in Reach.
What the hell is this?
And so I uploaded it the night of April 30th, hoping that it would finish uploading to get a May 1st timestamp. And it ended up getting a timestamp of April 30th.
Yeah.
So it's been 3 years and 8 months, and I guess a day, if you want to say that, since Season 2 started.
You have to tell me, what kind of cool shit, and what do I have to do? I won't do anything sexual, I don't roll like that.
That's a terrible joke. Yeah, this season is plagued with bad jokes. And just Lost in Reach didn't take off for me until Season 3. And it's exemplified by something that we'll get to in a little bit in this commentary in regards to Season 2. But,
We'll find out.
the thing is, Season 2, it was the start of making Lost in Reach something more than it initially was, giving it a plot and such. But even in Season 2, the plot sort of meanders. Everything just sort of meanders around in Season 2. I mean, yeah, there's the threat of the trolls, obviously.
Cool lights. This your place?
No.
And here,
Armory.
Wait, what? Yo!
friggin' here, trying to think.
Kodinsky Alexander Pavlov III. Andrew? Dude,
Yeah, that's Cody. He's making his
You've been
appearance.
here this whole time?
Fighting trolls, kicking
He hasn't really been doing too much in the series. His last appearance so far, at this point in the series, is episode 16, or at least a version of Cody. But he got really good in episode 16, and here it's just sort of
Come here
phoned
with
in.
anyone
I
else.
think.
came with
No,
Nick,
I
Frank,
can't
and
remember.
Jesse,
I'm barely
and
listening. I
boss
just know what's
Jesse.
going on here.
God only knows where he is.
I don't
But,
understand. What is making the spin? What are the components making the
I do
spin?
like having Cody
Somebody
though.
explain!
Well,
Cody's always
I'll get
fun
Joel to get
for
Frank
voice
back.
acting,
As for
or
Jesse,
basically anything.
I'm
He's a
sure
very creative person,
I hope
and
so.
he's really gotten into
Anyway,
voice acting whenever I needed to
need
do
you
it.
something.
Name it.
Okay. I need you
I'm
to
just
go
sort
to
of
the city
babbling now
and
because
check
I'm
in
trying
some
to
places for me.
not have dead
Wow.
silence.
I'll
Because
do
season
the city
2, like
wherever.
I keep
mean,
saying, season 2 is not that good. But
change
there are
the
designs in
like
season
absolute
2
shit.
that
Thanks for
are
the morale
redone for
boost.
season 3 for
Anything
armor.
else?
I'll have Nick and Frank
Like,
here by the time you get back. I'll also hook you up with some new weapons.
Well, he says he's gonna have Nick and Frank at the Spire by the time that I return,
It's an
and that's
easy way to get around
clearly
the
not
beach.
true.
And
It flies.
and
It has cup holders.
That was poorly timed, but yeah, cup holders. That's a running joke between me and a lot of friends that something isn't worth it if it doesn't
Wow.
have cup
Cup
holders.
holders must be a commodity. I wonder if Jesse's that easily entertained.
It's so naturey.
Now, unfortunately, the end of episode 8 versus the beginning of episode 8.5, it's sort of a skip. And here's the funny thing: Connor is portrayed in season 2
Magic.
to be something of a magic man,
Sweet.
ish,
Get in a bedpan, you are
and
magic. Now, take
he's
it to
shown
Reach.
to know things at the end of the season about Xanadu and
Why didn't you
such.
send me there back
And in
episode
season
6.5?
3, at the start, he's only been in season 3 for one episode, and he's shown to know things still, but taking much greater affirmative action.
Still find a way to get there.
No, you're coming with.
And that's going to be expanded in season 3,
Shut up.
later in season 3, as things begin to develop. Yes, New in Alexandria. I love this mission of Reach's campaign. The thing is, though, like, as far as machinima goes, there's only so much you can do, and I'm honestly considering coming back here for an episode of Lost in Reach. Like, I'm writing episode 20 now, because I originally episode 20, which was originally episode 19, was going to be like 53 minutes long or so. It's got a 53-page script, the second version of 20, and
tell me
somewhat recently, like in the past 2 months or so, I got the idea of splitting up into 6 episodes to expand it. But I'm getting ahead of myself. This is still season 2.
Did I just kill an insane troll victim?
Yes, and thank you. That guy was fucking annoying.
Yeah, I'm trying so hard to
Don't you
pay
look at me like
attention
that, boys.
to
What
season
happened?
2,
1 minute you're
but I
next to us,
can't
next
stop
to-
criticizing myself
God knows
internally.
where.
The pacing is
Where are
off.
you?
The
It's
body
all
acting is
so-
kind of shit,
You know,
especially with
save
head
it for
bobs.
later. Right now, I have one more place to check up on for Cody.
Cody!
Like,
Yup.
why was
Him and
Jesse
Joel
moving his
played
head
on shows
there?
for a year before we came.
And my head bombing
Cody
is just way out of
badass.
fucking whack. It's like I'm yelling or some shit.
Indubitably. Now come on,
It's
let's get to my
just,
topic.
I
We
think,
gotta check
I haven't
Colorado
done much
trolls.
head bobbing in season 3, but I think I got a lot better. This commentary should really be retitled.
No.
All the mistakes I made in season 2 and how they supposedly are rectified in season 3.
Stuck the landing. Alright, picked up some red dots on my radar.
Okay,
Let me go in,
I
short
didn't
control
remember that. That
course.
actually wasn't too
Got
bad.
God.
This club, people see kind of an issue with this club being just reusing the layout of Crater from Halo 3 ODST. I honestly don't mind.
There.
And honestly, this Easter egg is absolutely hilarious.
I'll have a Sprite.
Yeah, that brute is me.
Then I'll
Just,
have a Coke.
this joke was fucking stupid.
Then I'll take a Sierra Mist.
We only serve Coke products.
Then I'll have...
This joke just,
Oh yeah,
this
well,
joke
screw
just
you,
makes
buddy.
no
Come on,
sense.
Jesse, let's go. Jesse?
I swear to drunk I drinkin' have been having, so I can't be God.
Can you help me get my friend back to our Falcon?
Yeah, that's... I still don't know what to make of that. I'm still just sort of scratching my head at some of the decisions. Okay, this is when shit actually starts to go somewhere. First off, that Banshee really shouldn't be there. Sorry. This is after a long hiatus. After episode 9 came out, my computer was kind of fell victim to a horrible virus. It was the security suite virus, and I lost so much. So I'd been trying for a while to get everything back up and running. Unfortunately, I was having a lot of issues, and I decided to just go and do things on my laptop at the time, I think. I can't remember exactly how I got everything ready to go for this, but this episode came out. This episode came out in the later part of 2012. Fuck, I forgot to put in the teaser trailer, which probably would have helped, but oh well. When the computer failed and I started doing these shitty little update videos about the status of Lost in Reach Season 2 at the time, I promised that I'd rewrite the end of the season to have a Season 3.
Well, I was being truthful.
That echoing was horrible. But command center. Yeah, that doesn't go anywhere. But originally Season 2 was not going to have this part. It was originally going to be the badass Alpha Troll is revived into the bad mother Alpha Troll in the same vein as Borderlands. And this is Limey Man, who I met somewhat recently at the time. I'd come back to Machination, and I'd met a lot of really cool people, including Brad, who started doing the music at this point in the series. And I love Brad's music at this point, in the point that I'm recording this commentary. But at this point, the music was passable. It was a bit more techno. There was still piano, which I liked. Honestly, I don't think the music was that good for the end of Season 2. Well, I say that. It pales in comparison to what he's done for Season 3 thus far, and it's got a very different tone. And that narration by Limey Man, originally there was supposed to be a cutaway of me and Jesse in a Falcon doing something. I think Jesse was drunk and trying to fly. I can't remember. I don't even think I have the old scripts. Oh yeah, this is when shit starts going a bit south. Not in terms of quality, but in terms of events happening in the series.
Nothing. It's just I haven't worn this armor in over 2 years.
Yeah, that's Nick's old armor from the beta. We tried to replicate it as closely as possible. Obviously, we couldn't because there's no black in Halo Reach as primary or secondary. You have to have that as special player color from leader traits or custom power-up, and you can't have a secondary.
No problem.
But, how Xanadu got in the armor, that's explained in episode 16. That was a retroactive thing, because I wasn't a good writer at the time, and I still think that I'm passable. But that's for other people to decide. This is when I still had my Dazzle DVC 100 at the time, and any shot where it has in-game audio, that was recorded by someone else. In this episode, it was they were recorded by Limey Man, actually. They were recorded in a much higher quality. Whereas, again, the Dazzle did 480i. I think Limey recorded it in maybe 720p, 1080p. I honestly can't remember. I don't have the original footage anymore either, so I can't check. At least I don't think I have the original footage.
You never know what a troll can do here, of all places.
They aren't the one you should be concerned about.
Yeah, the inspiration for having Xanadu be half Nick's voice and a lowered pitch version of Nick's voice, or Nick's recording overlapping each other, was inspired by Kingdom Hearts, when Riku, actually PT may be watching this, and he may not have finished Kingdom Hearts by this time, so I'm not going to say anything. I know it's for the benefit of only one person, but he's a friend, so. Yeah, by this point, Bungie had already passed Halo on to 343, so we all got blue flames, and the blue flames on Xanadu in Nick's body, that proved to be a total bitch when doing Season 3 body acting. So apparently Connor knows about Xanadu. And apparently he also knows that Jesse has friends. But, yeah, we're about to come up to the final episode of Season 2, and I don't think it's too long because I've been recording for about 25 minutes, and the season lasts about 30 minutes. Which, now episode 11, season finale. Actually, listening to this track again, I actually do like it. But the scenes with in-game audio, obviously there's a green overcast to them. Brad recorded them for me. Unfortunately, I couldn't get rid of the green overcast, so it's really jarring. There was also another problem in this episode where Cody decided to record his lines in a Russian accent, and there was a disclaimer at the start saying that he'd undergone, that he'd come down with a case of Russianitis. Unfortunately, that was a really fucking stupid decision to make. I really don't like that. We did that.
I hope he didn't get anyone else.
Cody, we've got a bogey.
What kind?
Ground-based.
Thankfully, we decided not to have Cody do a Russian accent anymore. But this actually isn't too bad of a track, because at this point I gave Brad no direction, and for a lot of Season 3 I haven't. It's only been starting with episode 16 and 17, particularly 16, part of 16, that I started giving him direction with music. What I do now is when I upload the episode without music, unlisted on YouTube, and send him the link, I have I give him two versions. I give him one version with no music, and I give him a second version with I give him a second version now that has sample music and also notes for the kind of music I want in specific scenes.
I was talking about the world. I was too late to save your friend Frank.
What happened?
He was killed.
Yeah, Frank wasn't killed. I honestly have no explanation as to why Xanadu did not kill Frank, or doesn't kill myself, Jesse, or Connor at the end of this episode, but teleports them.
What is this, 2112?
Oh, fucking Rush joke.
Farewell to Kings, released in 1977.
I actually did get the name Xanadu from the song Xanadu, and apparently I went back and checked. Xanadu is more often used for the names of females in pop culture. There's a film called Xanadu, last I checked. I don't know anything about it other than that it's a thing. I actually haven't listened to Rush's 2112. The only Rush I have is their retrospective, I believe the two albums are called. My dad has them. The plot found us. There were some really bad fourth wall jokes in this, and I'm glad that starting with Season 3, shit started to get toned down in terms of jokes, especially as it went on. I mean, there are still jokes in Season 3, but it's not actively trying to be a stupid comedy. In fact, Xanadu originally was going to be something of a comedic character.
I do enjoy a good hunt. As for youth.
But here he's much more threatening.
Before we go, Jesse, I have to tell you, Tupac is a lie.
What?
There was a much different line there originally, but I decided to change it. I'm not going to say what it is, but it was a really stupid line. But yeah, that's, and then we're back here at the end of Season 2, ready to set up Season 3.
We can't be back here!
What the hell has gotten into Nick?
Jesse, that was not Nick. That was Xanadu in Nick's body.
What?
Yeah, it was Xanadu in Nick's body, but then this came out in October of 2012, which was actually, this was 2 years ago that this came out. Holy shit! And Season 3 is still going. Season 3 started in 2013, and it's still going now. It's let's see, there's episodes 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's 6 episodes out, and now there's episodes 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. There's 8 more episodes. So we're not even... Once episode 18 comes out, we're halfway through Season 3. And, 2 years. Almost 2 years later. And then around the time that this episode came out, Frank and I got the idea for Jesse Saves Christmas, which we pitched to Jesse, and he was totally for it. But I'm not going to do the commentary for Jesse Saves Christmas on my own. I'm actually going to wait until I can get Jesse free, and then the two of us are going to record the commentary. And then even though Jesse Saves Christmas is part of Season 3's production block, I want to have that as its own commentary, and then Season 3 will get its own commentary later. Although I might do commentaries for separate episodes on my own and then do a commentary for the season as a whole with other people. I honestly don't know, but either way, it'd be nice to do. But yeah, this is when I got back with Machination, or started coming back again. I met guys from Paradox Productions, or the one guy anyway. That's Falco Matan. But yeah, that's the audio commentary. I hope you guys enjoyed my babbling, and I will see you guys later for episode 18 of Lost in Reach.